Hey traders, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. In this video, we're going to go over another Thinkorswim chart layout for the flex grid. So you guys know I love making these flex grids, and I love to share them with you guys, give you guys kind of examples of what's possible with them. I think it's a great and amazing platform with so much ways to kind of change things around. So this is for the S&P Emini futures day trading, along with market internals and the things you should kind of look for if you're a day trader, scalper, things like that with the futures. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you check out my website, daytradingfearless.com. $99 for a lifetime subscription of the S&P Emini weekly trade zones. And this is essentially what they look like, right? They're support and resistance levels with any open gaps and VPOCs for the previous weeks, right? So you'll get this chart market profile. You could see multiple gaps. We leave them on there for the charts. And I share these charts with you. And there's also a 7-hour video course that teaches you how to draw these trade zones and also 5 of my top trading strategies. So make sure you check that out, daytradingfearless.com. Or there's a link down below, but let's get back into this video. Okay, so right here we have a 1-minute chart with my fast stochastic. What I look for with this chart is I look for a divergence as the markets are selling off, right? Or starting to rise. I look for divergence on the upside. So here is a perfect example of a potential divergence, right? We could see we make a low here, right? And then we see that we make a higher low. Here's our divergence, and then the break. The only thing with this divergence is price never broke its previous candle. That is one of the most important things with the strategy. So just because price diverges, you still need to see a break of a previous candle high, right? And you actually have it all the way down here, and you could say, hey, we still actually have the divergence. This would be your entry, 1 tick above. You could look for a kickback. Or just jump in and ride this up. Your stop would go below that low. I have a lot of videos on how to trade these divergences, but it's also in my video course. It's about an hour and change of how to trade divergence, right? So that's what this main chart's for. It's also for doing Fibonacci retracements, right? As we start to bounce, we might go, hey, here's a sell-off, here's one leg right here, and I look for the 61 to 70% fib pullback levels. That's another way to trade. Now, I have market internals. If you guys watch Shadow Trader, he's kind of the godfather of it, I believe, with market internals. So I got to give a shout out to him. Learned so much from him over these past, 15, 20 years that I've been trading and been following him. But we have the tick chart and then also the 80 lines, advanced decline lines over here. Now I have a RVI 1-minute chart for both of them. And essentially what I'm looking for is if price starts to make new lows, okay, over here, kind of like we are here, I'm looking for a potential divergence, right? We could see there's a divergence right here, okay? Because if we look over here, we could see a double bottom right here, right? A divergence here. But if we look at the time, 12:08, okay. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, 12:07. Come back here. Let's look at 12:07 over here. Right, we see a low, and then around this low at 1246, we could see, hey, there's something going on with the ticks. We're making new lows, but the ticks aren't as low, right? And then you see a rally. The only problem is sometimes you gotta be really careful with this, because guess what? The market kept going lower, but we did see a little bit of a bounce on the tick, right, with that divergence. So that's one way of doing it. Same thing with the AD lines. Look for divergences. If there's a divergence down here, look over here. Is there a divergence with the ticks or the AD lines? Over here I have the VIX, right? Just a plain 15-minute, 20-day regular trading hours with the VIX. 20-day, 15-minute regular trading hours. And I look for, hey, is the VIX starting to rise? What's going on? The market's getting bearish, things like that. And then over here, my today only 3-minute chart for market profile. So I love this chart. But again, you want to look, if we start to bounce here, what I would do is I'd probably say, okay, hey, here is a low I want to draw. Okay, here's my 61.8. That's around 40, 48. Is there something that matches up over here? Okay, and this is after hours right here that I'm filming, so that's why it's not matching up. But if we actually went to the regular trading hours, right, and we'll go something like this, I would say, okay, hey, this 40.62 level is my 61.8, and look at that, 66.65 level is the point of control. So maybe I would look for the backside of this to go short if we rallied up into it. That's the way I like to trade, using this and this, because if we kind of overshoot, come back up, we'll probably find a quick resistant level there at the market profile. What I will do is I'll leave a link down below in the description for this entire layout. I will also say maybe go check out shadowtrader.net. This is not, I don't have any partnerships, anything like that. I just think he gives a lot of information out for free, really good information, things like that, that could really help you in your own trading if you like to use market internals and things like that. Also, over here, okay, I have a couple codes. If you go into the studies on my 1-minute chart, I have my waterfall code, my 50% line for the open. This Brad's basic POC. These are essentially, all I care about is I'll click there and I change these two, value area high and low, for you can find those on shadowtrader.net. I update those every single morning. Really helpful, great for scalping, looking for a quick point or something when things line up. So hope you guys enjoy these, and as always, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.